I'm Richard Southern in the 680 newsroom. The price of oil hovering around a 3.5-year high, and a major U.S. financial institution says it could go much higher than this. Bank of America calling for the possibility of $100 per barrel oil next year amid supply risks from Venezuela. Oil climbing higher here lately after U.S. President Trump decided to reimpose sanctions on Iran in a move that could threaten supplies. Price of gas here in Toronto set to go up a penny tonight. That'll bring the average to $1.37.9 a litre. Well, get ready to pay up if you want to read the Toronto Star online. The paper is going back behind a paywall. Company not saying when the paywall will go in place or how much it will cost. The Star, though, has done this before. Back in 2013, they charged readers $10 a month to view the articles online, but they did away with that less than 2 years later. Since then, though, advertising revenue has continued to dwindle at the Star and indeed at most other newspapers. Big news potentially out of Sin City. Las Vegas facing a major strike that could cripple the gambling industry there. 50,000 Las Vegas casino workers could walk off the job on June 1st. It would empty the 34 casino hotel resorts on the Strip and downtown of kitchen workers, food and cocktail servers, housekeepers, and other workers that are really key to keeping those complexes up and running. The last time Vegas faced a strike like this was 1984. It actually went on for 67 days, costing millions in lost gambling revenue. Interesting news from the skies. Another controversy brewing at United Airlines. This time, though, it's not a doctor getting dragged off a flight. It's the lack of tomato juice. United has removed tomato juice from its in-flight menu, and many flyers not happy about this. Turns out tomato juice is much more popular in the air than it is on the ground. According to Lufthansa, more tomato juice is served in flight than beer. Studies find that you taste things differently when you're at altitude. Your sweet and salty signals to the brain get dulled, and that's why the sweet and salty tomato juice tends to taste a lot better. Sticking with some food news, McDonald's Canada hoping bagels will boost its bottom line. McDonald's rolling out bagels to all its Canadian restaurants now after a successful trial here in Ontario. This is an attempt to better take on the likes of Tim Hortons in the key breakfast part. Breakfast is the fastest growing day part for restaurants in Canada. It has been for the past couple of years. Finally, a lot of talk about the royal wedding, just over a week to go, and the Brits, they're busy putting their money down on the royal wedding. Let's look at some of the more interesting bets. They're taking cash on will it rain on the wedding day? Yes, 4-9, no, 13-8. Gotta like this one. Prince William's hair. What will it look like on the wedding day? Will it be a buzz cut, kind of what he's sporting right now? Shaved head, 6-4. Will he sport a hair transplant on the big day? Probably not, but a 16-1 shot there. Maybe will he rock a ponytail? That's the 100-1 outside bet. Who will attend? Harry's ex-girlfriend. Chelsea Davy, she's actually favored to attend, a 2-1. Simon Cowell, a 5-1 bet. Serena Williams, 7-1. Elton John's there. And Will Merkel's suits love interest, Patrick Adams, from that show, 100-1 bet that he'll be there. Finally, the Queen's hat. What color will it be? Blue, the favorite, followed by pink and purple. In the 680 newsroom, Richard Southern, City News.